Okay, what's up, what's up, what's up? Y'all, it's me coming back at you again with another live hangout vid. Let's make sure my volume levels are good. Forgive me, long day today. Alright, let's check it out here. You know what's going on, Wing King 7, 76? Alright. Alright, Cool Rock, what's going on? Thank you, thank you. Do me a favor, guys. As soon as you guys get in the chat, please hit the thumbs up button. What's going on, Lord Flanneroy? Flanteroy? I promise I won't be on here long, y'all. You know, so I just want to get into it real quickly. So let me go ahead and chop it up. Quite a few news is coming out today, and that's something that's been intriguing too. The Alexander Povetkin and the Anthony Joshua deadline to make a deal within for the 30-day limit has expired today. So I'm very curious to know what's going on with that. Have they gotten an exemption by the WBA to push that fight back, Joshua's camp, or has Povetkin team had decided to force this fight to go to a purse bid? So that I don't know what's going on here. But actually, you know what? Let me see. There's a let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, there's a little article in here called SportingNews.com from Australia. It says here that Anthony Joshua could fight Alexander Povetkin at the old Trafford. I'm not sure what that stadium is. Yo, what's going on, Dwayne? Yeah, it's been a little bit, man. I haven't had a hangout in a bit because I was going back and forth with a troll uploader. I'm not gonna mention his name right now, man, because I'm really burnt out by that. It is what it is. But hey, I can go at it all day with the dude, so it is what it is. I love to have a good banter, even if there was a heated debate. But let me screen share this right here. I'm not sure how legit this article is, but let me screen share it, and we all can go over it together. The old turf on Trafford. Dwayne, do you have any idea what that is? What stadium that is? Is that in the UK somewhere? Yeah, that is a football stadium. Okay, in Manchester. Okay, and what's the seating capacity? 75,000. Oh, okay, okay, interesting. But yeah, let me pull up this article for you guys to read. So, because yeah, actually, yeah, a couple of online news publications picked this up. So more than likely, the Povetkin fight, if this is all confirmed to be true, more likely the Povetkin fight could be next for Joshua, and they are going to bring Povetkin. They've convinced Povetkin and his team to have to host the fight in the UK at the old Trafford Stadium in Manchester. So let me go ahead and share my screen so we can all read it together, or we can all look at it together. So let me do that. Okay, let's share the screen. All right. So let's bring up the article together. Let me know what you guys can, if you guys can see it. Yeah, bring your A game if you banter with Dan. You got that, Roy Lord. You could definitely got to bring your A game when you go up against me. But let's go ahead and read the article together. All right, Mr. Doc, what's going on? Anthony Joshua could fight Alexander Povetkin at the Old Trafford Stadium in Manchester. Obviously, that's where it is. It doesn't say that in the title. This is according to Barry Hearn. This article is written by Jack Davies. It says here that Barry Hearn has revealed Old Trafford could host Anthony Joshua's next fight as talks continue over an opponent. Joshua's representatives will meet on Tuesday to discuss options to face either Deontay Wilder, Big Baby Miller, or mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin, following his points victory over Joseph Parker in Cardiff in March. Matchroom Sport boss Barry Hearn, whose son Eddie is Joshua's promoter, says a first fight in the U.S. is among the proposals being considered, but that the home of Manchester United could be on the line to welcome the IBF, WBA, IBO, and WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Mr. Hearn said here, quote, now we're meeting on Tuesday and it's being laid out. Now there are 3 main dishes on the menu, he told the Bedford TV at the World Snooker Championship. End quote there. Another quote says here that they are Deontay Wilder. They are Deontay Wilder. There is, well, I guess this is a misprint. There is Deontay Wilder, home away, and Jarrell Miller. Shall we fight in New York and start spreading the gospel of Anthony Joshua in America before we fight Deontay Wilder? And shall we honor our mandatory challenger, Alexander Povetkin, with a big Wembley or even a Manchester United fight? It's a possibility, but, it's a possibility. No one more than that. I can't tell you what's most likely because the decision is up to Anthony Joshua. My favorite would be to go to New York and fight Big Baby Miller. Now, at the moment, the pay-per-view buyers are estimated at a certain figure for Deontay Wilder. That will grow and grow and grow, providing both fighters stay undefeated. Now, if they do, you're looking at, instead of 600,000 pay-per-view buys, you're looking at maybe 2 million. Okay. Now, Joshua's team are reported to have begun early negotiations over a unification fight with Deontay Wilder, who's the WBC champion, and Hearn insists that the American is keen for the fight for it to happen, but a larger share of the purse. Wilder's not dodging him. I think Wilder wants to fight, he added. Wilder wants some money, so same as you are, same as me. At the moment, he's only earning $2.5 million rather than $25 million. Okay. Now, that further expands the quotes that he made earlier about that he advised that Joshua should not take the Wilder fight at this moment. He's advising him to delay that fight till next year, which is not much of a surprise. So let me see here. Okay, yes, basically it's the same article. Okay. So look, here's the thing. I've seen some videos now, a little bent out of shape or upset about the fact that what you call it? Okay, I'm going ahead and turn off my screen now. That hold on here, I'm stop sharing. That Hearn is advising Joshua to make the wise decision to put the fight off. Okay. Now, again, it's not a surprise. I know people are going to look at that and say, "Yeah, he's ducking Wilder." Look, I'm not going to call it a duck because it's not too surprising. Because 1, they're still making the fight. 2, they're pushing it back. 3, they're negotiating right now, so I can't see how that's a duck. All I'm saying is that they're pushing it back. They're trying to delay the negotiations a bit further. Because to me, like I've always said, the fight will happen. It's going to happen next year. It's all about control. And Hearn and Matchroom has been hell-bent to try to maintain control of that fight. Because given the fact that the Wilder's $50 million proposal and Joshua does end up accepting that, they lose control of the venue and the control of how the fight should be built up, or as far as build up and as far as putting in the production costs and the person's paid for it, et cetera, and it purchasing the TV rights. So Wilder's team would be in control if Joshua accepted that type of deal. So yeah, Hearn and his crew are so fit to try to keep that keep the control in their favor, which is the A side. So. And another thing too is that I really believe that they're trying to wait. In my opinion, I think they're dictating to see how Wilder is going to, either he's going to regress or he's going to, or is he going to, stay strong and active and lively, dangerous if he, going to the next year. Because like I said, I think they're waiting for him to slow down. Bottom line, I think that's what it is. Realistic Boxer says, didn't Barry Hearn advise Joshua to duck the fight? Well, realistic, I won't call it a duck per se. I would say that he's asking him to delay the fight. That doesn't mean that they don't want the fight. They're still negotiating. They're just delaying it until next year. But to me, like I said, I think the reason why they're delaying it because they still it's still trying to maintain control of the fight, number 1, and number 2, and I think they're waiting for Wilder to slow down a bit. So that's what it is, in my opinion. So, yeah, like I said, I won't go far in calling it a duck, but I think it's a deliberate tactic to wait for Wilder to slow down and still maintain control of the negotiation in terms of for the fight. That's all it is. So that's my take on it right there. And to some other news, speaking of Wilder, Dillian Whyte had made an Instagram video calling out Deontay Wilder. Dwayne says that Dan is a duck because Wilder's too dangerous and there's not too much in their favor. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear you, man. It is we agree to disagree. I mean, but it does, like I said, I'm not in favor of them trying to deliberately delay the fight so that way they can, you know, stall to make Wilder slow down and try to maintain control of the negotiations. But you know, I understand that's what they've worked hard for. That's what they're trying to do. But again, like I said, it's more to that. They're waiting for him to slow down. So yeah, I mean, we agree to disagree, but you know, I just think they're waiting for him to slow down. Mr. Doc says that don't they need to re-sign Joshua too, Dan? Because I've heard a few times that AJ is on his last fight contractually with Matchroom. Yeah, I heard something about that, dude. I heard that I think EJ was the one that brought that up. But I don't know for sure. I mean, if that's true, then that could explain why they're having um how they I just don't understand. It would explain why they're having miscommunication. They're not on the same page when it comes to, you know, when it comes to messaging, when it comes to trying to make this fight happen, or you know, or speak about it. You know, so there, I think there could be some friction between Joshua and Hearn. Not saying Barry, perhaps Barry, but Eddie Hearn as well, because they seem not to be on the same page when it comes to their talking points. Champ Ross says that I don't know how Wilder will slow down because he's only 32 and is not taking much punishment. You know what? That's a good point. He may not take much punishment, but you know the thing is that the older you do get, the more your reflexes is going to deplete. So yeah, I'm not sure Wilder's reflexes is going to deplete in 1 year, but it can happen, and he can get hit. No, he doesn't get hit a lot. That's a good point, but you know he does get a little reckless. So I don't know. That's what my take on it is. That's why they're probably trying to push the fight back for another year because they're waiting for him to slow down, or it could be. This is a lot of things I don't know. I'm just waiting. I think I'm waiting for him to slow down, in my opinion, and they still want to maintain control of the fight as far as the negotiation is concerned. The A side. Mr. Doc says, if so, no way Al is trying to doesn't try to get control of AJ, and no way Eddie risks giving up his top fighter under any circumstances. I think that's what it is. It's a tug of war on AJ right now on who's going to sign him. If his contract is up with Matchroom, and if he does have one more fight in his contract, there's definitely going to be a lot of promoters that's going to be gunning for him. A lot. And don't be surprised that Al Heyman wouldn't be gunning for him as well. Sign him onto a advisory deal or a managerial deal, and then bring him over to the States and have a low level promoter like DeBella or whoever, or Brooklyn Boxing go ahead and promote him. Who knows? Um, Dwayne says that he's about to resign with them, and HBO is trying to make a big offer of their boring ass network. Yeah, yeah, I heard something about that HBO deal. That's that could be another reason why they're trying to put this fight off because they're trying to get that deal signed. And Eddie did promise HBO to deliver on Joshua, and I also heard that there's a big deal where most of his matchroom fighters go be fighting on HBO, not just the ones in the USA, but also those in the UK. Because look, HBO is bleeding for a promoter because after Top Rank had severe ties with them, they are struggling to get promoters because they can't make much money off of 360 or K2 with Loeffler and his crew. They need to get somebody who's well stable. And I'm not saying K2 or 360 is stable, not stable, but they don't have a big promotional outfit like Hearn and Matchroom does. So if they sign a deal with Matchroom, then there you go. And they've delivered their number one, you know, cash cow, which Anthony Joshua. That will put HBO in contention with Showtime, in my opinion. That'll put them back in, you know, back in the hunt as far as the ratings and the tug of war. So we'll see. We'll see. Champ Frost says that they should agree to late 2018 take one off fight Povetkin in Brazil like they tend to do anyway and fight in November, December. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, I've always been a proponent of that. Look, we all know that fight's not going to happen soon. If you're going to make it for a later date, at least both fighters get something signed in, like Ward and Coppola did. In fact, I'll go far as back as Holyfield and Tyson did the first time when they signed a fight deal. I think it was a one fight deal where both fighters was going to get an interim fight in between. And this was when Holyfield was a heavyweight contender, and he was a unified ranked mandatory challenger to Tyson's titles at the time before Tyson got knocked out by Douglas. But before that, they did sign a deal where they get an interim fight in between, and if they both won their interim fights, they would meet at a later date. And they were supposed to meet in 1990. and before Tyson got knocked out by Douglas. So yeah, it's been done before. And I've been a big proponent of that. I just don't understand why Joshua Wilder won't make that official. So that way people can just be happy, shut the fuck up for a while, and we'll have an honest debate about it before the fight comes. So it is what it is. Let me see. Dwayne Jones says they will have 2 more fights. AJ will fight Povetkin and Miller. We'll see, man. Wilder will fight Brazil and White. It's the smartest fights. Yeah, I'd rather see him fight Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte need to keep. He's running his mouth too much. But I like that though. I like Dillian. Dillian is running his mouth. He should. But dude, he's gonna get knocked out, man. I'm sorry. I just can't see how he's gonna give Wilder any trouble. I just can't see it. Mr. Doc says a promoter would be crazy not to try and get AJ. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Doc. They will get him. Somebody's going to go out to get him. If it's true that Matchroom, if he's not going to attend to sign with Matchroom, he's going to try to look for another bidder. Lord Flanneroy says that I may be inclined to take aim now as he appears to be learning fast and improving. Yeah, true. I agree. Wilder's making small but incremental improvements, but under Breland, but no fighter's legs are the same starting around 35. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Doc. Like I said, your athleticism and your reflexes when you get older, regardless if you don't take any damage or not, because look at Roy Jones. He didn't take much damage in his career, but when he got older, his reflexes started to deplete. You know, that's what happens. And this could happen to Wilder too over a year if if he doesn't, it doesn't matter if he gets hurt or not. I don't think he's going to get hit, but if he doesn't, and we see that his reflexes slow down, that's due to age. You know, so let's not mind you, Miles Wilder's always been athletic all his life. He's played basketball where you are prone to get injured on the court. He was boxing in the amateurs for a good while. So yeah, true. Ralph Unreal, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Lord Flanneroy, you do okay. You do agree with me. Cool. Mr. Doc says that Wilder will always have that punch, though. Yeah, he will always have that equalizer, regardless if he gets older or not. Even if his reflexes do deplete or his athleticism depletes a bit, he'll still have that equalizer. That won't go away. That will never go away. That is always going to be lethal, and that's going to be dangerous because you hear. It's funny though because when Wilder throws that hand, man, dude, that sounds like a gun, a bullet of a gun that just popped out of the shell. And Mr. Doc says, as long as he doesn't mess up his hands too bad, he'll still have a chance against pretty much anyone. Yeah, that's the thing too, because we can't dismiss the fact that he's always had issues with that right hand. He's always had it surgically repaired a few times. I believe he has a steel plate in that hand too. Yikes, So yeah, what else we got here? Let's talk about anything. But yeah, anyway, back to Dillian Whyte. Dillian did make a Instagram video calling out Deontay Wilder, and he said, "Look, here's the deal, Deontay. You told me that if I fight Luis Ortiz and I beat him, I get a fight with you. Why don't you draft a contract right now, set it up? I'll sign on the dotted line. We'll get it going, and I'll knock out Ortiz quicker than you did. And then once I do that, then we'll fight." I say, why not? I mean, Deontay Wilder did make that proposition, and Dillian Whyte's willing to oblige, although he was complaining about it when the WBC ordered him to fight Ortiz. Had to throw that in there. But yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and make that deal. I want to see that fight. I really want to see that fight. And I think Dillian Whyte need to get his mouth shut. And when Wilder knocks his ass out, I don't want to hear no excuses from anybody talking about, oh, well, Dillian Whyte was untested, this, that, and the third. No. He was a top 5 heavyweight. People were saying that Wilder's scared of the guy, and Wilder knocks his ass out. I don't want to hear no excuses. Plain simple. I don't want to hear it. All right, let's see what we got here. What else we got here? Oh yeah, the WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series has been extended to another weight class. It's going to be at Bantamweight. Now, the first 3 participants that's been announced is Tete, who's the WBO Bantamweight champion, Ryan Burnett, who is the WBA Bantamweight champion, and the newly crowned IBF champion, Emmanuel Rodriguez, have been announced for the tournament. This is going to be a damn good tournament. Now, all we need is Naoya Inoue, maybe Jamie McDonald. And yeah, I agree, Champ Ross. That 118 tournament is looking pretty solid right now. We might get an undisputed champion down here if the way this is going. Now, as far as the WBC is concerned, who's the WBC champion there? I think that title's still vacant. Let me see. Let me check that out because I think they ordered a fight after Neri had got his title stripped. Let me see. Da, da, da. WBC. Ryan Burnett, WBA. Naminaka don't have that title anymore. It's just Naminaka. Let me see. I look at the WBC. Let me look at their rankings, and I'll find out exactly who's the champ. I mean, not the champion, but who's fighting for that vacant title. Well, he was Champ Ross. Will anyway join? I don't know, man. He was given an invitation according to the rumor, so we don't know yet. But I hope he does get in, man. If he doesn't get in, and I like Naoya Inoue, man, but because if he doesn't get in, he bails out of that tournament. I'm going to get on his ass because look, he can't get away with that shit. Look, that shit. All right, he got away. I gave him the benefit of the doubt when he jumped from light flyweight to super fly and took on the number one guy at the time, Omar Navarez. I give him credit for that. But when Gonzalez moved up to superfly, when Estrada moved up, when Saram Nasai is there, Sarisa Cat's still there, and Carlos Kudras is there, those four guys right there, solid super flyweight guys are there. And Inoue was part of that, that steep, deep superfly division, which makes it five. He decides to move up to 118. Now I'm not saying that he's afraid of those guys, but it just seems like he keeps moving up, he keeps moving in and out of certain places, and I just don't, I can't vouch for that. I know Nyota's going to get on my case for saying that, but it is what it is, man. But I'll get Nyota on here because we're gonna have to talk about that. Champ Ross said that'd be awesome. Add Neri, Rigo, and Inoue. Rigo, no, that ain't gonna happen. But Neri, that's certainly not gonna happen because Neri can't even make that weight. He's going up to bantamweight, so I mean super bantamweight. I'm sorry, he ain't. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, let me look at the WBC, see who they have. Let me see who they have mandated to fight for the vacant title. So they have, so the title is vacant. They have Orbial, who's the silver champion, but he's the number one rated guy for France, Nordi Orbial. Then you have Pecha Chopitana, who's from Thailand. So there's number one, number two. So from the looks of it, the WBC is more likely going to order that fight as for the title, for the vacant title. So, but the only solid name, they're good names, but this is like one of the inferior rankings they have here, but they do have Arthur Villanueva. Actually, Luis Neri beat that guy, and they have Lee Haskins. So Lee Haskins and they have Rasheed Warren. I think Rasheed Warren should get in. I think that'd be a good name to get into this tournament as well, but I don't see him going in there. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Let me see. That would be crazy. I don't think Rigo because that's a good one. Mr. Doc said that's why I asked about the weight, Dan. Yeah, Rigo's at a crossroads at this point. He should come down and join at least for one last run. You know what? He can, but he could come down. But the fact is that if he does come down, if he does win that tournament, that will kind of rejuvenate him a bit. Because I know he's been discouraged after the Lomachenko loss, and he's been very quiet on social media ever since that loss. So we hope that he does return somehow, some way. He is very old. He is 38. So if he could come down to 118 and with those guys, those top 118 guys, then he has no reason to be ashamed of. He can keep his head up and say, "Look, I rebounded from a tough loss against a pound-for-pound fighter. I regrouped. I recovered. I came back and I fought the best at 118. I even took on another pound-for-pound fighter. If he decides to get in, Naoya Inoue, if he decides to get in, I beat him and Tete and Burnett and Rodriguez. Dude, that'll be stellar." Boxing Guru, you talking shit lately, bro. First of all, let me see. You just made a comment about me, called me a coward. I've destroyed you on double standards and half truths. Hide underneath your bed and shut the fuck up like a good bitch. Well, you little bitch, if you want to talk all that shit, why don't you come on here right now and talk to me? Talk to me live, bitch. You want to get that work. Come on. I'll send you a link right now. You talk that shit. And you exposing me. Let me ask you something. You're the guy that was a panel judge for a Dilltown versus Shady Slim debate. and you gave Shady Slim the win. Why? I asked you 2 times to explain to me why did he win that debate against Diltown, and you haven't explained yourself. Tell me why. Tell me why. Well, how did Shady Slim beat Diltown? Yeah, your ass is quiet now because you don't want to get fucking put you exposed right here. See, you made the mistake coming over here, bro, on live chat. Come on, Guru. You want to get that work? Yeah, don't be a coward. Don't bitch up. Come on. Let me. What else did you say here when you sent this message to me? You said that only you calling Brook his top win to credit Spence because that's why one half of the decent win he was a war torn. What are you talking about, bro? First of all, one of Golovkin's best wins is against Kell Brook, you dummy. That's a fact. A welterweight that you discredit Hopkins for beating. Mr. Doc. Yeah, he was the guy that gave Shady Slim the win over fucking Diltown in that debate. He was one of the panels of the judges. And I'm asking him why did he score it, but he won't answer it. Why did you score for Shady Slim? All right, man got quiet because he knew what's up. That's why he doesn't want to come on. So, anyways, back to what I was saying, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys on here, man. We're gonna talk about the 118 and this other stuff. Yeah, Guru. Guess what? Mr. Doc is a Golovkin fan. He'll tell you that. Brook, one of his top 3 wins is against a fucking welterweight. That's Kell Brook. I mean, there's no shame of it. I give Golovkin credit for that win, but it is what it is. He beat a welterweight, which many of you guys have discredited Hopkins for beating. So come on, don't have a double standard. Oh boy, let me get some guys on here. I ain't gonna be on too long. I'm about to wrap it up shortly, but let me get them on here so we'll chop it up quickly. All right, guys, give me a second here. All right, let's hop on, guys. Hop on. All right, let's see. Let's see. We're talking about the heavyweights.
What, Dan?
What up, Doc? Hold on. Let's message GK real quickly. Give me 1 second. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Oh man, you know what's funny? I've been barraged with these fucking. Yeah, this dude in the comment section again. Hey, Boxing Groove, man. If you want to get on here, fucking talk all that shit right now, man. But Hawkins only good wins against welterweights. Yeah, we know that, dummy. But those are all-time great welterweights. All right, great little men. In case you don't know,
I was gonna say, isn't it wonderful how convenient they use the Brook thing. On the one hand, they'll try and trash Hagler and Hopkins for
yeah,
beating welterweights, but then they'll turn around and try and say that I can't even get this out with a straight face. Kell Brooks better than Sugar Ray.
Yeah, man. I had some
and better than Durant.
Yeah, dude. This is how crazy these dudes are, man. Somebody even tried to compare Brooke to Ray Leonard. Yeah.
Even Duran's ridiculous, man. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Let me ask you. Let me honest question. Do you think Kell Brook can beat Iran Barkley?
Man, get out of here, man. Come on, man. Man, Brooke will get murdered by Iran Barkley. Second of all, this dude's talking shit. Yeah, well, you know what?
I'm laughing because I want to know what Guru has to say about that. You know?
No, he's gonna talk. Yeah, come on, Guru.
I want Guru to say with a straight face that he thinks Kell Brook can beat fucking Iran Barkley.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Guru. Okay, first of all, let me ask you something. He's saying that Brock Hopkins lost to a journeyman. Explain that. Oh, you talking about his first fight? Yeah, when he was out of shape at light heavyweight. So what? He lost that fight. Anybody? Oh, look, all great fighters take losses. So what? He even against journeyman. But what Hopkins did is after that loss, he recovered. He recouped. He became a champion. He became an undisputed champion. Beat great fighters there, which is De La Hoya and fucking Trinidad, who was favored to whoop his ass and knock him out. Right? 2 Hall of Famers. Became a pound for pound fighter. And yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, all right? So don't talk that shit.
What bum beat Hagler?
Yeah, exactly. What bum beat Hagler? Explain that. Another thing. Are you telling me, weren't you the guy that says that Kell Brook could be compared to Sugar Ray Leonard? Did you say that?
Yeah, who's the better win, Guru? Kell Brook or Roberto Duran?
Yeah, why don't you get on here and talk all your shit, man? You over there in the chat hiding, man. Olaf the Mighty. I respect Olaf, but this is what he said, though, man. I'm not going to laugh at you, Olaf. He said, look, I take... Okay, this is what Olaf said, though. He said, I take prime Brook over De La Hoya at any time when he moved up to fight Hopkins. Olaf, I would disagree with you on that because even that version of De La Hoya only had 3 losses going into that fight would beat Kell Brook. I'm sorry. He would beat Kell Brook, a prime book. That version of De La Hoya was going to school him. Outbox him. Probably even would have stopped him, in my opinion.
Regardless, it's not as good of a win. It's not as good of a win.
Yeah, even that version of De La Hoya, that win is still far better than Golovkin beating Brook. Far better. Guru says that I'm an insecure liar making out I said shit I didn't say. I didn't say you say that.
We're asking you questions.
We're asking you.
I mean,
yeah,
Guru.
Stupid. Yeah, stupid. I asked you, did you say it? I didn't accuse you for saying it, dummy. I asked you, did you say it? All right, but you want to come on here and talk all that shit? Why don't you come on here right now? I'm waiting for you. But you won't. You'll keep your ass hiding in the boxing chat, and you won't even explain to me why did you give Shady Slim. Hold on. Why did you tell Shady Slim that he beat Dilltown in that debate? You haven't explained to us how he won.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, you know what yeah. Come on, bro. Let me know you want the link. I'll send it to you. No. I didn't say you was on Shady's show. I said that you were part of the panel. You were a judge for that debate we had with Dilltown. You scored the debate for Shady Slim. I'm asking you, why did you score for Shady Slim? How did he beat Dilltown in that debate? So it wasn't you? You weren't part of the judges on that panel? Really? You sure about that? Call me a twat. You know, you little bitch. You want to come on here and talk that shit? No.
It's simple enough to settle. Is the video still up?
Yeah, we can settle it right now if you want to come on here. But anyways, let me see. Yeah, see, he doesn't want to come on here, man. All right, let me see. I'll let the mic says it's not far better. Why y'all all rating De La Hoya so much? The Trinidad win is better than Triple G has done. That's the one I focus on if I was taking Hopkins' side. Okay, Olive, compare Kell Brook to De La Hoya. Who's a better fighter? Simple question. Who's a better fighter?
Who had the better wins?
Exactly.
Who had the better accomplishments? Come on, man. This is simple.
Yeah, come on. I mean, Oliver's a good guy, but we will agree to disagree. But yeah,
Kell Brook his accomplishments pretty much consisted of beating Sean Porter.
yeah. Yeah, come on. Well, look, I'll wait for his answer on that. But oh my god, my god, my god. Yeah, you go to sleep, man. But the next time you come over here and talk all that shit, I'll be right here, man. Let me know you want to get on here and debate me at any day, any time, because I'll be right here. Let me see. Olaf says here, quote, I'm already said that I take Brook over De La Hoya based on the eye test, not accomplishments. What eye test? Exactly. Or where are you?
That's fair enough. I don't care about that because styles make fights. It's only going to get us but so far. The bottom line is, what was the better accomplishment in terms between the two? Hopkins beating De La Hoya or Golovkin beating Kell Brook. All Kell Brook had ever done. What did he do? What had he done besides beat Sean Porter and almost get his ass? Well, he did get his ass beat, but got the win against what's his name? Carson Jones.
Carson Jones. But let me ask you this, Olaf. Let me ask you a question. Now, if you put De La Hoya and Kell Brook side by side, yeah, as far as who could beat who, that's an opinion. They never gonna fight. Obviously, that's never gonna happen. That won't happen. This is hypothetical. But put them together and see who was a better fighter in their time. And you compare that to Kell Brook of his time. Who's a better fighter? Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Where did De La Hoya start out?
Yeah. he was at super featherweight. De La Hoya fought John Molina. He fought Gennaro Hernandez, took his undefeated record away, all right? Moved up between the weights. He fought Rafi Ruiz, a guy that people thought he was going to beat him, knock him out. Beat him at 135. Moved up to fight Chavez Sr., okay? All of Fame, all-time great, who was favored to beat De La Hoya in that fight. Some people felt that De La Hoya wasn't ready for that fight. Took him on and beat him, battered him. Then moved up and fought Whitaker, disputed fight, but I thought Whitaker won it. Close fight either way. Beat Camacho, beat Corte, close fights. All right, beat actually he lost his fight against what's his name, Felix Trinidad in that fight of millennium as we called it. Okay, moved up in weight, took on Fernando Vargas, beat him, knocked him out. A steroid Fernando Vargas, by the way. He lost close fights to Shane Mosley, I get that. Beat Mayorga, went up in weight, beat Sturm, even though that was a controversial win. But come on, man, seriously? 6-weight champion, a 2-time lineal
like I always say, bottom line is he got the W. You know what I mean? Yeah. Scoreboard at the end of the day, you get the win, you get the win.
Yeah, but all of that. But what win does Brook have that was better than beating Ruiz? Rafi Ruiz, what win? I mean, I could start there. But anyways, I see Low places in the comments in the chat. What's going on, Low?
Man, y'all hating on Triple G, man. Triple G got a hell of a 160.
Oh Lord, here we go again. This started yesterday, Dan. In case you didn't know, Low Place is now dry. He's now not only on, he's driving. He's driving the Triple G bandwagon.
Yeah, hold up, Low.
He got a whole.
Wait, hold up, Low.
Low Place went up to the front and just kicked Thunderdome out of there and took control of the bus.
If Triple G knocked Charlo out, I don't give a damn about what Oscar did at 135 or any. To me,
hey, hold up.
Now, Dan, you tell me. What do you think? Do you think Low Place game would have given a crap a week ago about Golovkin knocking out Charlo?
Hell yeah, I gave a crap. Hell yeah, I did. I want to see that fight. I want to see him knock Danny Jacobs out if he can. I want to see him look, if he beat up Billy Joe Saunders, maybe he wait on Canelo the first of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe beat up on him, beat up on Charlo, man. Them dudes can get the hell out the way.
Wait, hold up. Hey, Lolo, hold on for a second. Let me say something real quick. I got to address this dude, Boxy Groove. This dude said you could debate in the chat. You lied and twisted to fit whatever agenda you got. I was like, dude, I invite you to come on my fucking hangout debate. You ran away like a fucking coward. I told you to come on and you want to talk that shit, but you didn't want to do it. Man, you know, if you want to fucking hide behind your computer,
not worth the energy, Dan.
Yeah, nah, man. No, I don't appreciate that. Straight up, man. You don't sit here talking about that Hopkins beat welterweights, but yet Golovkin beat a fucking welterweight. Kell Brook was one of his best wins, but you want to dismiss that. So please, man. But anyways, as we were saying, but look, I definitely want to see that fight, but from the looks of it, from what I've been hearing, Golovkin's team doesn't seem keen on taking on tougher fights other than the Canelo fight. That's what they're aiming for in the fall. And looks like
they got jerked around.
Just like I predicted, this whole Canelo thing is ruined any last chance he might have had at Legacy.
No, right now it ain't their fault. They got to get it right though. Canelo.
He's too old though. He's too old, bro.
Man, man. I'm seeing a 40-year-old in the ring finna fight a guy that's 5 years younger and bigger. Ain't no too old.
A 40-year-old who didn't use his face for defense.
Look, Triple G also used people face for knockout bags. I'm telling you, man.
You see what I'm saying? You hear the stand.
He got a chance. Like I just ain't caring.
Suddenly he's a bigger fan of Golovkin than me.
I'm not a fan of him. I'm a fan of him.
And the best part is it started after he knocks out Vanis.
No, it started when the division got hot, man, and the potential's there.
Like, and the division got hot because he beat Vanis.
The Canelo knee injury is opening up some shit. Like Canelo not gonna take him right away, so he need to be taught. And Abel Sanchez did something smart today.
Canelo knee injury, you believe that shit?
He talked.
Wait, hey, somebody in the chat, Fake Cure says that look, Triple G has lost millions of dollars for chasing Canelo. They're not even trying to chase Legacy anymore. It's about them dollars. Yeah, it's true. They even said that.
But the knee injury, the Canelo not gonna fight him bouncing back. So Abel did something smart for the first time in his life.
I don't buy for a second knee injury. It's exactly what you just said there. It's about waking Golovkin weight.
Oh no, but the knee injury, Canelo ain't gonna fight him. Probably gonna tell him, wait, I'm the big dog, you wait.
He was gonna do that anyways.
Abel talked some shit on Billy Joe Saunders today, and that's the fight they need to make. He finally did the right thing. They finally did something smart. I'm just hoping they get it right. That's all. Ain't no fan shit. I just want to see these fights. Motherfucking fight, man. He could throw them hands. He exciting. I'd rather watch Triple G than in about 70% of all these other boxes, to be honest with you, if he's in a good fight.
Well, I mean, like I said, dude, when I saw the first, I saw the Vanez fight. I know it was only 2 rounds, but I saw a bit more. I saw some slowness. It seemed he's got a lot slower, going into that fight, in my opinion. He looked a little more sluggish. I know it's because he's been out of the rings, but more likely due to ring rust. But even so, though, man, you've taken a lot of damage. I've heard he's taken a lot of damage in sparring, too. So that does take it into effect. So I don't know, man.
Maybe.
Yeah. The main thing, in my opinion, Dan, as far as accruing damage in all seriousness, it goes back to what I keep harping on is wait until he was 35 to put him in against a live opponent. All right.
Right.
Even if his defense was good, your body just isn't. You know what I mean? Steel sharpens steel. It's not just skills. It's also about your body. You know what I mean? Being able to take the punishment.
Yeah, but you know what?
He might be a machine, man. Like some people take these shots and they keep on ticking, and they take less than you take.
He's barely winning. He's barely winning. He's barely won his last. He didn't win his last fight. He got a draw, and he scraped by against Jacobs.
Maybe you get to make the adjustment. Hey, maybe maybe Jacobs had the performance of his life that night, and he can't do that again. Who knows? He didn't look like he was ready to do it again.
Look, come on, the fact that was his Golovkin's first live opponent. I'm sorry, I just don't see that as coincidence.
Yeah, maybe he needed that. Maybe he needed
combined with the fact that he was 35.
That could be a shot in the arm to say, look, man, there's some things I need to do here. These punches I need to throw. Let's be honest. That wasn't just no walk on to you knock it. That man slipped the jab and threw an uppercut from New York City and lit his ass up.
Out Vanis after a 2-year layoff.
I'm not saying who it was.
I can't believe I'm having to have this debate with you.
Professional jab like anybody else. Vanis got a professional jab. He throws a professional jab.
Yeah,
he slipped that shit and said, "Take." Man, that wasn't no. He moved his head to throw that shot. That wasn't no stiff shit he did. That was some shit that could hurt somebody.
Then Dominic Wade throws a professional jab.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. I'm just telling you, the man ain't no stiff, man. Triple G can go. I like Charlo, but Charlo better not be fucking around in this fight. Triple G might knock your ass out, and you might knock his ass out. But I'm not finna hate on this man. No, he in a deep division. He'll get hated on if he retire without fighting him. But not for now. Not for now. He too exciting.
And see, I gotta ask you again, Low Plays. What has Tommy Boy ever done to give us any kind of reason to have any kind of hope or faith whatsoever?
They're getting it right now.
That he's gonna make those fights.
They just called out Billy Joe, said Billy wouldn't fight, and Billy gonna have to bounce back and say something, or it's gonna look like he won't fight.
No. See, Abel Sanchez is distorting the whole truth behind that. First of all, let's be honest here. Let's go to the timeline. Billy Joe Saunders, they did approach Billy Joe Saunders for a unification bout back in January of 2016, right? Billy Joe turned it down. He wanted a higher increase in his purse. He requested it, and he wanted to fight in London. They were willing to come to London, but he wanted an increase in his purse, and they said no. Okay, fair enough. I can understand where they were coming from. Why they didn't want to give him an increase in his purse. And, of course, that looked like Billy Joe was ducking because he was pricing himself out. So that way he gets compensated enough for taking such a dangerous risk, right? And then Billy Joe Saunders decided to change his tune. He says, I want that fight. He's been calling out Golovkin. In fact, Billy Joe Saunders even crashed and hijacked the press conference between Golovkin and Canelo in London when they did the first media blitz for their first fight back in 2017. He hijacked it, called them both out in their face, disrespected them. In fact, Billy Joe Saunders even leaked out communication with him and Loeffler.
He had to take the fight to back all that up.
Well, yeah, what is what he did, though? He leaked the conversation that he had on Twitter with Tom Loeffler and say, hey, look, you promised me a contract to fight your guy Golovkin. Where's my contract? I want to sign it.
The Canelo fight happened. The Canelo fight.
Yeah, but this is what happened. Yeah, this is what happened. Let me get to that. Tom Loeffler told Billy that I will give you the contract. It's been hectic for me. Give me 2 days. And then Frank Warren comes out and say, hey, look, we've been trying to make that fight. We even paid a step-aside deal to Avital Kursity so that way we could make that unification bout. But they come back and tell us that, no, he's injured, so we can't make the deal. And the next you know, they're going to fight Canelo.
Well, they got their chance now.
That's Tommy Boy, man. That's his track record.
They got their chance now. Forget that pass. They got their chance right now. They just been called out. Canelo knee injuries in the way. Throw your name in the hat. Golovkin got 3 belts you can walk away with. Yeah. Don't nobody respect Canelo's lineage because the way he won it at 155. Yeah. And now it's kind of, some people have even said it's vacated since his little testing situation. Yeah. So go for Golovkin. That's all. They need to go for each other. Golovkin can end his career in the later stage, making people think he won the best middleweight.
Well, guess what? Guess what? That fight ain't gonna happen until he gets past Canelo because he has a legal obligation to fight him in a rematch either way. And two, there's another thing because what happened?
I was gonna ask you about that. If the rematch was also something if he was still stuck with that.
He's still stuck with that. He's still stuck with that because they're negotiating right now as we speak. And second of all,
is it a choice or are they obligated because of the initial contract from the first fight?
They're obligated, but let's be real though. They can still go and choose whoever they want to fight. But the problem is, it'll become a legal issue. It'll be a legal issue if they
get drug into court, won't they?
Yeah, they will.
They'd ask for an injunction, to prevent them from fighting and all that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what could happen. That's exactly what could happen. So,
which is why they never should have messed with Fishnets, especially when he pulled that "if you fight Billy Ho, no Canelo fight" crap.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And the fact is that Hop is asking him in the comment section, "What's going on, Hop?" He said, "Why does anyone want to talk about Golovkin versus Derevyanchenko? That's a good fight." Yeah, but here's the problem with that.
I'm interested in that fight.
I am too. I would love to see that, but the problem is that the IBF is going to strip Golovkin from the looks of it because he hasn't even signed it. He hasn't sent them a written request to give him an exemption before the Ibanez fight. Not only that.
Well, Tommy Boy, he's like going to try and fight them on it. Dude, it's the IBF of all organizations. You're going to try and fight them on the mandatory thing. They ain't going to win that.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing though. The IBF told him and said, "Look, we'll give you an exemption to fight Vanes, but you got to commit to us. Give us something in writing before the Vanes fight that you will fight our mandatory in 90 days." So he has until August. He has until August to fight Derevchenko, but he didn't send in the commitment. So that's a problem. So since he hasn't set the commitment to the IBF, they're gonna look like they're more likely to strip him.
Yeah, you know, I don't care what anyone says. If we're talking, if this was Hagler, we're not having these conversations about Derevchenko. You know what I mean? We're not having these questions about the Jacobs rematch. None of it.
That's the problem. Those fights would happen. That's
the
problem. You do this 3-4 belt bullshit, and you got everybody. That's why I don't like this shit.
And there certainly wouldn't have been no Billy Ho lingering around, you know what I mean, with some kind of claim on the title, and him fighting someone else before getting to him.
That's why I give a damn about lineage. I don't.
Assuming no politics got in the way, to be fair.
And a guy can't take a fight because this guy. That's stupid shit. I mean, it's like Golovkin has the potential to go out on top or get his ass beat, but we won't see it because of politics.
If he fights Canelo, I think he's getting his ass beat because Canelo's going to be juiced to the damn gills. I don't give a they ain't going to catch him.
They're not going to catch him.
Canelo's got he's too much of a draw. He'll get over.
Yeah, but he's got another mandatory to worry about. That's the WBC mandatory, Charlo. They may even mandate that fight pretty soon. We'll see. They may,
and they've talked nothing but avoiding him. You know what I mean? For how long now? Since it was stated he was the mandatory.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fight Charlo. They ain't gonna put Golovkin near that guy. I just don't see it, man. If they do, congratulations. I give them all props.
Man, Golovkin might give Charlo all the hell he want. I'm for real, man.
He might if Tommy Boy makes the fight. That's what we're questioning here more than anything.
Charlo, but it's gonna be some levels in that fight. It's gonna be some shit. He gonna go through. Hey.
Yeah.
Look, man, them people need to quit fucking around. Politics need to get on, man.
Yeah.
Golovkin got a clear path to either being the shit or getting the shit beat out of him. I'm trying to see which one it is gonna be.
Yeah. Well, speaking of you know, the Eastern European fighters, now I just heard that Alexander Povetkin and Anthony Joshua fight might be taking place in the Old Trafford Stadium in Manchester, England. So it looks like they could be making that deal soon, because that deal is actually due today. They're supposed to come up with agreement now because today's the deadline on the 30-day window for the WBA mandated fight for Joshua and Povetkin. So Hearn came out and made that comment that they more likely would take that fight next to get it out of the way, and it's going to be in London. So in Manchester. So Povetkin, so the fight won't be in Russia. That's Hearn is looking at it. So I was like, okay, cool. What do you guys take on that?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. There you go.
As boxing history, man. That's where Dwayne were talking about it. That's where the Ben Eubank rematch happened, where Don King infamously got outmaneuvered after he'd been trying for years to get Eubank to sign something.
Yeah.
And he finally got him to sign something, and it fell through because of the draw.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. St. Cruz says that when Sanchez said that black fighters don't sell, that's a duck. That's a Charlo duck. Yeah, I agree.
Charlo Duck, Laura Duck, Andre Duck,
War Duck.
Yeah,
Andre War Duck. I mean, come on, man. Seriously, but yeah, man. I mean, if the Povetkin fight and Joshua fight does take place in Manchester, I'm cool with that because I just don't want to see that fight in Russia.
Golovkin beat the brakes off Lara, man. I ain't playing, man. Golovkin beat the shit out of Lara, man.
Really?
I heard it was putting that work on.
Maybe, but I want to see it. I've wanted to see it since it's been talked about. But instead, what do we get? Fucking Vanes on a 2-year layoff.
You got Canelo.
You can't get Lara, but I'd rather have. I would rather see Lara than fucking Canelo. Fuck Canelo. Fuck Canelo.
No, for real though.
A lot of people think he won the Canelo fight. He doing all right.
Let's be honest here. The Golovkin has wasted his last 2 years chasing this guy. He ain't got nothing out of it but a big payday.
Yep.
That's all he got.
Like I keep saying, I hate the fact that I'm right, but I was right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that for him. You just ain't got to rate him. You know, you just exclude him when you rating. But whoever do, just
no. Low place. It's a knock on. It's not a knock on so much on Glow. It's a knock on worthless ass Tommy Boy and to a lesser degree fucking Sanchez.
Right. Well, I mean, look, they're in a position now to say, you know what, it's all about the money, ain't about belts anymore. So that's why they can care less about that IBF title. It's gonna be vacated. They're gonna vacate
as soon as that Jacobs, they had that Jacobs fight, and like I said, my dude barely got by. Yeah. suddenly all that legacy shit stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, it stopped. They realized, okay, now it's gonna. Yeah, you first of all, Golovkin was supposed to knock that guy out. Jacobs wasn't supposed to stand a chance because he's so-called.
It was me, and I could probably count on one hand the number of other people that were saying Jacobs was a live opponent and that could win legitimately. You know what I mean? Had a chance of winning.
Yeah, and let me say this: I thought he was a live opponent too, but I thought he was going to get knocked out in about 8 rounds. That's what I predicted.
I predicted a late stoppage. I can't pretend.
Yeah, but yeah, and it turned out that way. And Golovkin looked bad in that fight. I mean, clearly he looked bad.
I give Jacobs the credit. And I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's my view of it. To me, that was the best middleweight fight I'd seen in a long time. That was that's another thing that annoyed me about it is any momentum Golovkin got from that, because it was a really damn good fight. You know what I mean? Finally, we got to see him tested. He managed to pull through, and then, like you say, they waste 2 years chasing Canelo and all this nonsense.
Right, exactly.
And they don't take the chance at undisputed when it presented itself.
Yeah, then that's never going to happen. I mean, like I said, when they vacate that IBF belt, which I expect will happen. But hey, anything they prove me wrong. But kiss that undisputed. Any chance of undisputed ever happening anytime soon when that happens, it's going to be another long road for that to take place. So
he's not gonna fight Charlo Saunders and go through the process of what it takes to win that back.
No. I mean,
before he retires. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, you know what I mean. I think he's gonna get too old first.
Well, things ain't gonna get easier because you got heavy hitters now going up that middleweight. You got Derevchenko. You got very good.
Murata coming up.
Murata, a heavy hitter. Yeah, you got Charlo coming up, a very hard hitter, putting guys down with his jab. Andrade, who's a very slick and dangerous fighter, and you got Billy Joe Saunders, who's dangerous. So
I give him shit. I give him shit. The Low Place has mentioned this before also, and Heard's said multiple times he's moving up soon.
Oh, Jared Hearn. Oh, yeah.
Getting knocked out up there, man.
Although I gotta say, to me, if anyone, and I'm not saying Heard's not good, but stylistically, if anyone's tailor made for my dude, it's Heard out of that group.
Yeah, Heard. But I think Heard will bully him.
It'd be a good fight. I don't think so. I don't think he's different kind of strength at middleweight, in my opinion. But hey, that's why it would be interesting. I'm just saying, stylistically, it's what Golovkin wants. He's going to be right there in front of him. He's going to come right at him, and you know what I mean? They're going to bang it out.
Yeah. I mean, Jared Hearn's going to stand in front of him, but it's going to be too.
He's not going to have to try. He's not going to work to have to try and find him like he did against Canelo and like he would against Lara, etc.
Right. That's a good point. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good point because I think Hearn is not going to be.
I can't lie. That'd be a good fight, though. That would be a good fight.
Absolutely, and I just can't see her making 154 that long because he's definitely a big dude, and I think he's struggling to make that weight. So
yeah, he was saying that after the Lara fight, he said he was talking like one more 154, and then he was going to move up.
Triple G knocked her out. I think I like her, but I think the power and the accuracy.
Yeah, but it would be a good fight. It wouldn't be like that Vanas shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Hearn will definitely put up a much better effort than Vanas. He ain't gonna lay down.
He might. Then again, I don't know. He might not, man. I ain't seen him take that. Like he get hit cleanly, but that's a big punch you playing with right there. So yeah, I like Hearn though. Hearn my guy, but
I would favor Golovkin to win that fight by slightly though. I won't make him an overwhelming favorite because Hearn.
I wouldn't write Hearn off.
I put Triple G on my pound for pound list in the first time in his life if he knock him out. for first time in his life.
I had to glance. I just happened to be glancing at the chat. Grape says he'd have hurt. He's got hurt.
Well, I would say this though.
Okay.
Hurt.
See, it's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's the thing. People say Hurt is pretty slow, right? I mean, he doesn't have the fastest hands, but I don't think he's that slow. But the one thing he would have an advantage go up against Golovkin is not only his height, but he also has. I think it's the hand speed will be there. I'm not saying again. He doesn't have the fastest hands, but he does have a little bit faster hands than Golovkin. His hand
speed isn't bad. It's his foot speed. But again, like I said, stylistically, neither one of them gives a crap about foot speed. They're going to be right there. You know what I mean?
Your hands ain't as slow as people make them out to be, man. Golovkin get to where he going. That's
timing, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But he's got great timing, especially in the jab.
Get to where the hell he going, man. Them shits be coming, and people don't know where they coming from. Like, he throws some weird ass angles.
It's because it's a bit like with Ortiz. Because he's got such the amateur pedigree. He's got that timing that's what I mean. Probably gonna. In fact, that's probably why Golovkin's lasted as long as he has. It's because of the timing.
Out before he go, like somebody gonna get somebody gonna get some real business for this dude go, man. He fight too hard, man. It's gonna come. Fight too hard, too much volume, too much work rate. Somebody gonna get fucked up, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, man. But we'll see if Hearn does make that jump. If Golovkin is still there, that's gonna be interesting, man.
Come on, man.
Here's another thing. One second. Another thing, Dan, is just like with the heavyweight division, these dudes that aren't belt holders need to fucking fight each other.
Oh yeah,
I'd like to see Andre versus Charlo, or et cetera, et cetera. We could go on down the line.
Listen, bro. That'll be a war, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you see Hearn is live, yeah.
Golovkin, you talking about?
Yeah. He's live, yeah. He don't know how to take a step back. Wicked fight. I tell you what, Golovkin will be straight. It'll be pushed. It'll be hard pressed because it'll take a lot of tenderizing.
I agree.
It'll take a lot of tenderizing from Golovkin to take him out, but. Let me see, son. He'll put up a better fight, but you kind of favor Golovkin in that one, man. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That one is like a career, like take out. Like Golovkin he'll be extended.
He'll be feeling that, huh?
Right. Yeah. And then it'll take a lot out of him. It'll take a lot out of Hearn. That could be career ending for the two of them because the way they fight, that right there, that's gonna be a hard ass fight, bro.
You'd watch that though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because you see Hearn and Triple G, they have the same kind of thing. Like as the rounds get on, as their connection rate lands, they get stronger and they start pushing up the tempo. You know what I'm saying? Like each like Golovkin, like you kind of favor Golovkin, but just be fair. Golovkin when he goes against like some more elite fighters, he doesn't really knock them out. Like he hasn't knocked out Jacob. He ain't knocked out. He didn't knock out Canelo. And like right now, everyone's saying that we're thinking he's coming into his own. So. He ain't gonna be sitting there laying down. He'll definitely come to war. He ain't gonna run around. No, he definitely ain't that. He'll come right to Golovkin and meet him in the middle of the ring, bro. Trust that'd be nice. But
that'd be like a couple bulldozers ramming into each other.
Bro, he'll come straight to him. Like if thing he's talking about, what's his Abel Sanchez says that you want black guys to run. Yeah, put Hearn in there. He ain't gonna run. He'll come right to you, bro. Right.
That's a good point, DJ. He just made a really good point. That hurts. It hurts more Mexican style than mine did, didn't it?
Yeah, he'll come right in your grill. And you see Hearn, you don't mind taking shots, bro. So if he starts getting comfortable,
Abel, there you go. And there's your Mexican style.
I like that matchup, right? I like that matchup. You favor obviously Triple G, but let him know Triple G knows he's gonna be in for one, bro. Because I tell you what, if he's gonna fade, if they say Triple G's fading or any sort of weaknesses, bro, we have a new champion, a new middleweight champion, bro. Shock the world right there. So I ain't gonna lie.
I give Hearn a lot of shit, but he's one of what they call a truth machine, ain't he, EJ?
Yeah, he comes straight to you and makes you and puts it on you.
Exactly. And if you've slacked off like in training camp or anything, he's gonna find out, isn't he?
Yeah. Because you see Lara got extended. I see Lara's face. He knew he was going to be extended with this guy because the guy keeps coming and coming. The reason why I say like he'll get knocked out because he's there to be hit. But if you put him straight in the Golovkin, right? That's all right. But anyone else, I just like they're going to move on him and just start tapping him because the way he just fights, just coming forward and just looking to wear you down. He's a pressure fighter. You know what I mean? He's a pressure fighter, but he's punchy. Hey, you know what? Someone got it right. He's like the Margarito. It's like a big Margarito, Antonio Margarito. He just keeps coming and trying to wear you down with combinations. Not one punch, just accumulation. And as the rounds go on, he starts turning up.
Right now.
Billy
right now.
You got Hearn beating. You got Billy Joe Saunders losing to Hearn.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Billy Joe, when he's sharp and at his best, low place. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, listen. Take that belt right now.
You see that one? You see that one? That's why I said head to head, right? Billy Joe Saunders and Jacobs. That's why on the pound on certain people's list, yeah. I was like, head to head, I'm favoring Jacobs, right? I'm gonna favor Billy Joe because the movement and stuff like that. I'm gonna favor them. But no, because they're legit middleweights and they do have some pop on the end of their thing. And remember, Hearn right now is a 154 pound. You have to see how he does in the middleweight division. But like I said, because Triple G is not a big middleweight anyway. So it'll be a good fight, right? In terms of entertainment. But you still favor Triple G.
He's still a middleweight. He was way bigger than Vannis. Vannis is a legit 154. Yeah. He's not small.
You have to take in consideration them guys are middleweights. They hit at middleweight and they move their movement. And Hearn don't do well with guys who move around too much. That's why he works on cutting off the ring, putting you in areas where you're uncomfortable and going to work on you, bro. That's why I see why Lopez likes Buddy Jack. That's why he likes Buddy Jack.
Easy, man. You take him out that game.
Right. Billy loves guys who come at him.
He won't square up. He won't square up like he did with Trout and cross his feet. He'll fight like he did with Lara and just corner him.
Now he beats Billy Joe easy. Okay, I definitely can't roll with that. I'm sorry, bro. I can't roll with that.
He's gonna take it out of him. He's gonna take it out of him.
That's his opinion. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. If he can cut down the ring on Billy Joe, if he can cut the ring down on Billy Joe and go to work, Billy Joe don't like fighting in that sort of spots. He doesn't, and he gets tired. I can see what he's talking about. But again, you have to be a middleweight.
If it's that Billy Joe that fought the Russian dude, Akhilov or whatever, that Billy Joe, yeah. Or whatever.
That would have been a good fight. That Castigli's guy versus Hearn, didn't it? Right?
I wanted to see that so bad.
Hey, bro, but Billy Joe would have played with that Castigli's guy.
Again, though, EJ, it's kind of almost like the runner thing. It's if Billy Joe's in shape, Because when he's not in shape, he's very vulnerable looking.
Hearn right now, is definitely must watch. Every time Hearn fights. I was like, I like that guy. You know what I mean? It's just that when I was looking, I was like, man, he gets hit way too much. And as you know, in this game, as your career is shortened by the punches you get. And you look at him, he's already taking wear and tear on his nose, all on his face. You know what I'm saying? I look at him, I'm like, bruh, how long can you continue? That's why I said, if you put him straight with Triple G now, while he's fairly fresh, yeah, he can do all right. But the longer you go, if you're not going to be fighting them type of opponents, it's going to be hard for you. Like the Charlie and all them fights is like, okay, 50-50. But if you want to be greatness right now and to be remembered, and that's where it all comes down to. Like, we always talk about legacy and a career-defining fight. Bruh, if I was Hearn, I'd jump straight up and say, you know what? I want Triple G now. In that vacuum of Canelo, bruh, you could put Hearn in there and the fans say, you know what? Yeah, I'll take that. The fans will take that. Cinco de Mayo, September. The fans will,
that would have been 100 times better than Vannis. Even on short notice, I think.
And you know what? Give her the payday. Give her that payday. You know what I mean? Earned it.
Y'all telling them to waste their careers. This is what's wrong with them already. This is why their care's been slow already.
Just talking hypotheticals.
Don't even talk hypotheticals with them because they'll do it.
That's what we do, low place.
No. If we didn't do like Andrade, you don't want to type. If you don't like Andrade, you don't want to talk hypotheticals because that's what's going. Listen, I call it the Negro Leagues because that's where they're gonna have to stay. These guys will ruin their career trying to say, "I'm trying to chase Canelo. I want Canelo." They won't give them the fucking fights. It's worthless.
All right.
Canelo. I'm with you on Canelo.
That Negro League ain't got nothing to do with nothing, right? We're talking about matchups. The matchups came up.
And we're saying baseball.
We said if Hearn got offered career. We're talking
him to go after people that would never fight him.
I don't know why you're getting emotionally. I don't know why you're getting emotionally chat. We're saying
I'm telling you, you're doing
If Hearn got offered the fight, if Hearn got offered the fight, if he got offered the fight, no. If he got offered the fight, we're talking about, not the other way around. Him not challenging him. No, I'm saying if Triple G said, you know what, I'll take, because you know what, no, one minute, because Triple G challenged Vaness is 154. So we're saying if Triple G said I'd fight Hearn, that's what I'm saying. If Triple G said, yeah, if this guy wants to move up, I'll fight him. That's what I'm talking about. Not the other way around. You're right. If you're chasing Canelo and Triple G, you're not finding them. I agree with that. But I'm saying if Triple G said, yeah, you know what, I'll take him. That would be a good fight. That's what we're talking about. I don't know why you're getting like Doc said, yeah. That's what we do. We talk hypotheticals, and hopefully that scenario happens.
Never do
so
that.
you know why? You know why? Because that messes up your league, innit? It messes up your league and your whole thing.
That's why I would love for them to call them out.
So roll with it and talk about and the hypothetical. Think about the angles, because look what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah. End of the day, if you're in boxing to chase great fights, if I'm Hearn and I'm looking around me, I'm like, bro, all these guys around me are the same. If I'm like, boy, you know what? If this Triple G would want to fight me, I'll move up and I'll take him. Yeah. I'm sure Hearn would do that. If Triple G offered it, if Triple G said anyone, because he's been trying to fight 154-pounders for a minute. So I'm at 154-pounder.
No, EJ, I gotta stop you right there. EJ, I gotta stop you right there. The only 154-pound guys that he was trying to fight was Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, which they weren't really 154-pound guys, but they fought there before. So that's who he was trying to lure into that weight class. That's what he was aiming for years.
No, we're talking about right now. We're talking about right now.
Just to play devil's advocate, though, Dan, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but historically, 154 has always kind of pretty much been sort of like a division where you were transitioning from into middleweight.
Yeah, that's right. Realistically, they are middleweights. They're middleweights already. You know what I'm trying to say? This is what I'm trying to say to you. So, and that's why he fights them. And that's why, and people try to say, like, oh, they're 150. They're still middleweights, man. They're middleweights.
Well,
right?
yeah, but
technically, it's still middleweight. Anything under 160, like before 147, is a middleweight. So, right, realistically, any of them guys there, I'm talking about legacy.
Yeah, historically, I understand. Yeah, historically, 154 guys are middleweights.
Legacy is defining fights. If you want to make a name for yourself, right? If you want to make your name for yourself, and you're Jarrett Hearn, right? You just beat Lara. You're just making a name for yourself in boxing. I'm trying to say to you, if the Triple G fight was offered to Hearn, yeah, Hearn, if I was Hearn, I'd grab it with all two hands, because the reason why I say that is because his career is not likely to last that long. It's not likely to last that long, because the way he fights and his style, he gets hit far too often. So instead of wear yourself out to the point you're all punched up, you might as well go for the Triple G fight now, get a big payday on pay-per-view, right? Make that money, and I'd be happy for her, because I look at her in the long run and say, well, boy, you know what? You're getting hit way too much. How long do you keep it up for, man?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that, EJ. Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, I agree with you on that, but let's be fair.
For Jarrett Hearn, every fight is a hard fight.
It is.
Fight. So I hear where EJ is coming from, because in that fashion, because of the fact that every fight is a hard fight, I would suggest, if I'm his matchmaker or whatever, like I would go for like gusto against the top fighters, and or try to strategically match against guys that for a fact are high level fighters, yes, but don't necessarily pose that threat to his physical health, like in terms of like not being punchers that would put mileage on them like that.
Yeah, let me just make one comment though, but yeah, I agree with your points, Nyota. But the thing is, I'm glad you got in here too, because we got to talk about the 118 WBSS that got announced. But the thing is that 154-pound guys are technically, and historically they were considered middleweights, but they're still small guys compared to today's middleweights, either way it goes. So I just wanted to clear that up. But the thing about Jarrett Hearn, though, I agree with you guys' point. His style of fighting is going to be detrimental to his health if he continues to fight this way. I guess this is the only way he can fight. And my thing is, I agree with you, EJ. He's still young, he's still fresh, and he's in his prime. He should take the Golovkin fight. I think he can move up. I think he's badly tested. He beat the number 154-pound guy, who many favored to beat him. He beat Trout. Come on, Lo. Seriously, Seriously.
In what world is Triple? Bro, you sitting up here telling yourself Triple G?
He's already talking about moving up to middleweight. Though,
no, hold on. But you're saying Triple G not gonna take this fight, not gonna take that fight. But you're telling Jared Heard to stall his career, go fight.
This to you. If it weren't for hypotheticals, we wouldn't have these hangouts,
man. That's his legacy. Being the king of his division, his legacy.
What happened? You were just a minute ago. You were waving the Kazakh flag, man. What's going on?
I mean, it is what it is. Why go join all these names that don't know if they getting fights when you know you can get the Charlo fight, and the people of Brooklyn care about that damn fight. Like they want to see.
Hey, you know the Charlo fight.
Honestly, though, like to be real with you guys, though, like his defense got better. You know, I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. He's a fighter that's really improving with each and every fight, and it's noticeable because of how raw he was to begin with. But I think he's definitely learning on the job. He's really learning how to box. I think he was a fighter that's learning how to box now. So like in terms of his defense, he has that high guard up there. He's blessed with long arms, so he can kind of protect his torso while he's protecting his face. You know, he was blocking some punches there against Lara too, and I actually
less bad, but like you say, tomato, it's improved.
Listen. Any which way he goes, right? If you're gonna go Charlo, like he could lose. If you go Triple G, he could lose. Any fight, he's always in a position because he's elite. He could lose, but you know what? But he could 1 minute. He could come back. He could have a rematch. So what we're saying is that who would risk and reward? Or you're talking about career legacy fight. I'm just saying, if the Triple G fight was there and you're trying to be the best, go that way. The Charlo fight, bro, it's a fight where, you know, okay,
I'm not sure that the Triple G fight would necessarily pay him more than Charlo.
One minute. No, I mean, you're probably right. But in terms of legacy, you know what I'm saying? In terms of people remembering that you're the first man to take Triple G out, if you could, I'll take that.
Let me ask
that. We were talking if they'd offered it to him
Charlo could theoretically wait. You're right about that.
Yeah. And then you got the Charlo fight. It's like you win the fight. Like, the people are like, it's a good fight, but so took another mileage out of the clock.
Let me ask.
You know what I'm saying? Took some years off your clock. But like I said to you, end of the day, boxing. What are you here boxing for? You know what I'm saying? You're right about the money, now. That's a good point. But with it, you got to understand that they're putting him as the poster boy for Mexican boxing, and he's like take a Cinco de Mayo. I'm just saying a replacement. You could put it. People pay money for that.
Wait, EJ. Let me ask.
Regardless of what they try to do,
Nyota, hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me answer that real quickly though. I want to ask Lo a question. Lo, I know you seem confident about Jared Heard and you big him up, which is cool. But do you have any confidence that he could beat Golovkin right now if he fought him?
I don't care about him and Golovkin because it's a fight that ain't happening. Him and Charlo or possibly Lara.
Well, I'm asking you hypothetically.
He could beat Golovkin and Golovkin could beat him, but it's
just not talking about all these other fights with Golovkin that we said
play with Golovkin and be under the same tree with 30 different people that want the fight.
It messes up his league. It messes up his league. That's why.
Not everybody.
It messes up his league. It messes up his league. No. It does. It messes up his league. That's what it is. That's what he's upset about. Your league ain't gonna be there no more. Now you don't got nothing to say no more.
By 3 titles. You're telling Jared Heard go play under the tree with all these people who don't have a chance to unify 3 titles.
You don't want to challenge.
He go do that.
No. All we said was if it was offered to him instead of Vannes. That's all we said.
It messed up his league. It messed up his league. Yeah, I know. It messed up his league. It messed up his league.
Man, come on, man. Yo, can I finish the fucking point, man? God damn.
Let him go. Yeah, let him go, man.
Can the man make $1.25 million to unify 3 titles? Fuck the league. The man want to make some money, get his own legacy, and if Triple G take note to that like he should, make the fucking fight. But ain't no way you should go sit under the tree with everybody at 160 who got their hand waving when you can unify 3 fucking belts.
Well, here's how I see it, though. Here's how I see it. Is if that fight was available to him, I'd say actually take it. But that's only if it's available to him. I wouldn't want him to do what T is kind of alluding to, which is, basically stand in fucking queue in order to potentially get a shot at him. Because that will sell his career in a much more adverse way than otherwise. So as it stands right now, unless Golovkin is the option that's available to him, fight Charlo.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking if it had been offered to him instead of us.
Yeah, But let's move on to that. Let's move on.
Anyway.
Yeah. Let's move on for that. Let's talk about
one more thing, Dan.
One
more thing.
All right, go ahead. Okay, we'll pick.
If he do fight Charlo and he beat him, Golovkin need to chase the legacy of Jared Hearn, not Jared Hearn chasing the Golovkin's legacy. Because goddamn, Hearn is the guy that should be going to Hall of Fame, not Golovkin. That's just all I'm saying.
All right, we'll see.
The point in there that I like is, Abel Sanchez can't say nothing. Come on, that's exactly the kind of fighter they like. They say they want that. You know what I mean? Who's more Mexican style than Jazz?
Thank you, Dan. That was my point from the very start. And and the thing is, I don't have to chase anyone. He's a champion already, but like he has options. And like we said, like I told you, 154 pounders are really middleweights anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? And historically, that division's better. A legacy-defining fight. Now it's right about the money. You don't have to queue for no one. You're right about the queuing. Nah, like Lara was just there queuing for the longest. Nah, in the meantime, if the Charlo fight optional and you want to be undisputed like the last guy was Rinky, right? Then go for that. But like he's got options. Like, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I was gonna say though. Yeah, well, I mean, sooner or later we're gonna start making videos promoting Jared Hearn versus Gennady Golovkin. So that's something that we could be clamoring for. But let's talk about the Bantamweight World Boxing Super Series tournament that got announced. So far, 3 participants: Ryan Burnett, Tete, and Emmanuel Rodriguez, who's been recently crowned the IBF champion. Good list so far. What you guys take on that?
Man, Tete's good.
They got 3 of the belts in there. They got 3 of the belts in there. 3 of the 4. I'm assuming they might get the winner of Nordin Ubali and Peshport Chitapana, who's they're going to be fighting for the vacant WBC since Yamanaka's retired and Neri hasn't made 118 yet. And then that they have a yes from Inoue, but that's I'm assuming only on the that's only if he beats McDonald. When McDonald beats anyway, McDonald could be in the tournament. I'm sure they'll give an offer to him too. I'm not sure if they might have already. I'm not sure. I'm not certain if they have yet. I haven't personally seen an article about that, but I do know that Inoue has said yes. But with the possibility, as long as he wins against McDonald.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Listen, I'll tell you what.
Who knows? Maybe.
I got a question. Maybe if it's not one-sided,
maybe if it's a close controversial fight, they could both be.
That's what I was gonna say.
Listen to this, right? Listen. So that's 2 divisions where the guy needs to get in. First off, he's left the Superflies. They're a hot division. If he's not in this tournament, bruh, this is not good. So
there would be some valid criticism there. I mean, especially considering the WBSS. No, especially considering the considering the WBSS is a the money's there. It's not even just about
McDonald
about fighting high risk, low reward.
Yeah, because McDonald will jump. McDonald will be in that tournament in a heartbeat. He would. So you know what? Listen. We'll see what happens. We see how it plays out. But that's what that makes that fight even better. But so far, what you're talking about, Dan. The tournament looks. When McDonald's enter the tournament with Tete, I'm happy. As long as I want to see McDonald, Tete, that's all I want to see. Or McDonald or Tete versus Inoue. You know what? Fuck it. Even if they lose, right? Put both of them in. That's what I care about.
You can't count on Rodriguez though, EJ. That dude is good.
No, I'm not counting him out now. I just want to see that. I like them matchups. So whoever wins off
seriously. Hold up. I agree with Nyota on that one. Rodriguez could be the dark horse in that tournament, man. Yeah. That dude is dangerous. I'm not
talking about the winning. I'm not talking about winning. I'm not talking about winning. I'm just talking about
the magic. Well, because EJ's more familiar with the other guys. EJ's more familiar.
That's what I just want to care about the matchups.
Rodriguez.
On the same. And in the tournament, that's where people make their name. So if Rodriguez goes through them guys, then I know Rodriguez. But right now, we're talking about like star power. Go ahead.
And not unlike how how they did it for the cruiserweights and the super middleweights, where the top 4 picked their opponents from the bottom 4. I'm sure that'll probably be a similar situation here. If they manage to get the WBC champ, whoever that might be at the time. Who knows? Maybe they'll have the Ubali Chitapana fight on the WBSS as a part of the tournament.
It's 8 in it. 8. There's 8
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
8. Yeah.
Can they
Hey, Naoto, what is it? We talked about yesterday. We talked about that Kameda guy that McDonald fought. What has he been doing?
Is he in there? I'll put Kameda in there as well. Please.
No. Hold on. There's two other. Wait. There's two other names.
That's why
there's two other. No. There's two other names that just came up. In my mind. Rasheed Warren and Lee Haskins. What about those two?
Okay.
No Haskins. I wouldn't mind Warren, but not Haskins.
Yeah.
Haskins don't belong in there.
Nah. I would like Kameda. I'll put Kameda up in that joint.
Well, I don't think Kameda can make 118 anymore. To be honest with you, his fight yesterday, his fight the other day was at 125, but I think that was more so for his opponent than for him. Yeah. But I think he's campaigning that super bantamweight. Like for good. Who knows? Maybe he can. Maybe he can get himself back down.
It's good. Tournament's good. Hey, listen.
But even good. Even without his participation, though, who knows? Maybe I know. HBO. I think they might be losing their foothold on the superflies too. I could see Shisa Kid moving up and jumping into that tournament too.
Can they take Tete out? Can they take Tete out?
Why are we taking Tete out? It's a champion.
Here's the thing. T is those other fighters. Tete won't just be able to box on the outside against them. They're gonna force him.
Hey, listen. That's why he fought that way. Maybe that's why.
Hold up. Where's Boxer beats rhymes, man? Let me get him in on this one.
Well, no. Maybe
that's my Abel Sanchez shit. Tete got that black style,
maybe Tete. No, maybe Tete knew.
Tete got that black style, bro.
Tete is a lot like some of these fighters where they're not just gonna blow away the opposition that they outmatch. They'll outbox them, but they're not looking to really just wipe them out. Like
but you know what?
Against all of these other guys, he's gonna be in a fight. He's gonna be. If you think that he's just gonna be able to stand back and stink it out against Rodriguez, you got another thing coming, man. Because Rodriguez will hit his ass and force him into that shit.
To be fair, I think Tete fought that way because I think Tete fought that way because he thought he was going to be in the tournament. That's why I think it because I think he knew the tournament would happen. He might have thought, yeah.
I don't think I got to do that.
You know why? No, hold up. He doesn't usually fight that way. He's usually more aggressive. So maybe, and I see you betting do that with Arthur Abrams because they knew he was going to be in a tournament. And they said, you know what? I'm not going to risk anything. I'm just going to keep it calm, no injuries. If he knew he was going to be in that tournament beforehand, that's probably why he fought boring. Man. Yeah, he don't usually fight boring like that.
That's how you get yourself hurt. Going halfway.
No, he's more exciting. Like he's been more exciting than that. That fight was terrible.
No, I mean to be fair, also is Narvaez is a very defensively sound fighter, and he's a guy that can make it extremely negative as well.
I mean, if he's in the tournament,
look at his fight with Burnett. He made Burnett look like ass.
Yeah, but how much millions do you get in the tournament? So why would you come into the tournament if you knew you was going to be in there, like we obviously did? Why would you risk anything? That's $1 million payday. So that's why you fought that way.
You get hurt. Yeah. Going halfway, going every round. That's the way you can get hurt. Going
anyway, he's in a tournament.
If he comes halfway against Rodriguez, he's gonna be looking up at the skylights.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. If he's on right now, I favor Tete. I favor Tete right now in the tournament, but I just want to see them matchups, bro.
I don't.
Tete bored me.
That's the whole win. That's the whole win. Everyone favors who you want to favor. I favor Tete right now.
I don't count him out.
Nah, let me just say this. I'm gonna just. You got me on record for saying this, guys. I'm gonna favor Rodriguez to win the tournament. I'm going with Rodriguez.
Going with the dark horse, huh?
Yeah, I'm going with the dark horse on this one, man.
Right now, I actually favor him too, pending how Inoue looks against McDonald.
Yo, put your I'll put on the tournament already. I'll just put my money down from now. Right now. I know. I see, bro. Until someone can show me they can get in with that big tool kid and he's power, then fine. But like I said to you, like you have to see the tournaments. You have to see the matchup.
It's been done before.
How much money?
He has losses. He's been knocked out before.
No, I ain't worried about the four. I'm talking about right now. So like what you did in the past doesn't matter. All I'm saying, how much money? Yeah, does it? How much money do they get each round? Is it still like meals, like 50 mil? Is it still the same?
I'm hoping so.
That's what I'm saying. So if you got that much money
behind it.
Yeah, if you got that much money going into the tournament, that's why he probably thought that way. But in the tournament, he can't afford to do that in the tournament. He'll stink the place out. So he better know. He better know. Like, hope he knows that. Like, hope Tete knows that. But right now, with the three names, let's
talk about who else might be in it. Okay, so we got Tete, Burnett, and Rodriguez. Those are confirmed. We got we got the winner of Inoue McDonald, so that would be 4. And then maybe the loser of Inoue McDonald, possibly if it's a close fight. So 4 or 5. And then you might, if you toss Ubali and Chitapane in there, that would be 7. But if you only toss one of them in there, then that would be 6 or 5. So like if you wanted to fill out the last 3, who do you guys think would be the best options?
I think Warren would be another good option. Warren can get in there.
Man. I like Americans. I like Americans being in the tournament, man. I like Americans being in the tournament. I agree with that. I don't be worried though, because he won his last fight? I don't know.
He did. He just fought like last week.
Okay.
Yeah. You get Warren in there.
Won like a like an 8 or 10 rounder, but he won pretty easy.
Yeah, you can get Warren in there. You could probably. Well, I'm not sure about Solis. I think Solis is a little bit past it. I don't know, man. Yeah, LeBron Solis. Yeah, he's a little bit.
I don't think he's past it. I think he's a live dog in there too. At least he'll give you a fight, man. Even when he lost to Yamanaka, he gave him hell every round.
That's true. He did.
Yamanaka gonna come back. Yamanaka gonna come back for that shit. Watch.
You think so?
Is Lee Haskins still the champion? Lee Haskins still the champion. IBF champion.
You know what? Here's the interesting thing though too.
He lost to
Rodriguez.
right?
Rodriguez is the champion.
Luis Neri that he's announced that he's having another fight in California coming up because he's banned in Japan. But they're saying that he's gonna be trying to make bantamweight again. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to get in there. I don't think they'll invite him though because of the fact that he missed weight like that.
Yeah.
Because it'd be too big.
What about CC? I know CC lost against Burnett. Do you think CC can get in there?
He should be in there.
Hey, you know what? They might. What about Kaya Five? He might move up. I like to see him in there.
No, he ain't getting in there, man.
Why did he move up? He moved up.
Dude, Hearn ain't putting him in there with nobody, man. That's why this dude gets excluded.
I'm trying to fill the extra spaces. So I'm just saying.
He ain't getting in there. Hearn ain't putting that dude in there.
Look as a champion,
dude.
NBA champion.
No.
Well, right now.
Where's she work?
Wait, no. EJ, listen to me. Calify will not have a chance against either Burnett. Either against Tete. These guys are too fucking big.
That's the whole point, man. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
your fight. Where's she? Well, here's the thing.
Right now, is in light bantamweight. So he's junior bantamweight as well. So he's not a bantamweight either.
No. At least Warren is looking more. At least Warren's a little bit more proven. No, Warren's a little bit more proven than. No, Warren's a little bit more proven than Calify.
Dan, that tournament right now, they're gonna have some bums in there. Some guys are gonna roll over.
No,
they're not. Roll him over. That tournament was always full of bums. That was always got bums.
No, what are you talking about?
What the middweight? The Super 8? What the middleweight? The middleweight?
Well, that's because they didn't invite Benavidez. They didn't invite Ramirez.
No, I know what they didn't do. I know what they didn't do.
Any of those guys.
I know what they didn't do. I'm telling you what they had in there. They always got bums in there. So if you want to fill them spots and just put some guys you can beat up, I don't know why you're getting offended.
Because we want to see the best fight the best, man.
I agree with you now.
EJ, the Super 6.
So I know what I'm getting upset for, isn't it?
I'm not getting upset.
Here's the thing.
No, hold up. EJ, when the Super 6 got assembled back in 2009, what type of bum was in that tournament?
No, that's Super 6. That's what I'm talking about right now.
That's what I'm saying.
No. This is one minute. This is not the Super 6. One minute. This is not the Super 6. This is a World Series of Boxing, and it's done by European promoters. Listen, no. It's Europe. They got European promoters mainly with their roster. They're not inviting Americans. But like I said, if you want to put Rashid Warren, I got no problem with that. I'm just saying, if you can put Rashid Warren, I'm saying I'm put Kaya Fai in there just to make up numbers. I don't really favor him. I'm just saying put him in there. Let's see what's going on. That's what I'm saying.
Your fight won't enter though, because he already has a fight lined up for this month against David Carmona, and he's supposed the winner of that fight is supposed to fight the winner of Jordan Akas versus Jordan Sultan in a unification.
Cool. No worries, man. Yeah. All right. So what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, I got one for 8 spots, man. 8 spots.
Well, for now, rather.
You gotta feel someone.
I want him to ask Srisaket, man. I think Srisaket will jump up there and fight I'll take on all comers.
Srisaket ain't coming out there. He ain't coming up there. He's not coming up. He's not going nowhere, bro. He's not going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Sit there where he is. Nah, he's not going nowhere.
Well, I mean, the rumors were that he was having some difficulty making way for Estrada. So
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
To me, man.
But hold up, but that doesn't mean he's going to make the weight. That doesn't mean he's going to make the weight.
Hey, why you put Strada? Why did Strada go up in there? Well, Strada should just go up in there.
Him too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Strada could go up in there.
The only thing though is Strada's not naturally as big as Streets of Kit, so that's the primary reason that I volunteered Streets of Kit's name before Strada's.
And you know what now, yeah? In between them weights, right? Junior bantamweight, there's not much in it, really. There's not much in it. What, 118, 115? There's not much in it. There's, like you said, I got
a question for both of you. In fact, EJ and
because you used to have feather. It used to be feather to bantam. Back in the days, it was feather to bantam.
Yeah.
You got to think though. If Rigo continues to fight, could he make 118, or is that too far back down to go and wait?
Rigo?
Yeah, is 118 too far back down, or
I think so. I think so.
Rigo probably
he was small. He was a small super bantam. To play devil's advocate.
You know what? I don't know. I don't think
go out of sight, out of mind.
Again, we're assuming.
If Rigo was in there,
assuming you don't retire.
That's a good one, though. You know what? If Rigo was to enter the tournament, bro, that's nice, bro. If Rigo was to enter that tournament, I'll be happy. But I don't think so. But if he could, because you know what, in the biggest, because you look.
You know what? That's actually the name that I'm glad you mentioned him, Dan, because I had him on my mind before when I was talking about the World Boxing Super Series a few weeks ago, but I forgot to mention him again.
Rigo.
Yeah. I mean, if he can do it, I mean, they taught his
he was small at 122.
Whoever runs his Twitter has talked a lot of shit about him being able to drop down to 118 whenever he felt like it. So why not do it then?
Okay, there we go. So they've said that. That's what I was wondering is, do you think he can make the weight? Because I know he was a small.
I mean, I'd imagine he probably could. The question would be how healthy would he be there?
Yeah,
how good would his shin be, and so on and so forth.
Well, EJ said he wants some people in there to get punched up.
Yeah. Punch them up. Yeah, punch them up, man. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. If you really wanted to reestablish himself as a premier fighter, a pound for pound fighter, and all that good shit, all you guys to do is jump down there, get a couple of wins, and prove that he was punching above his weight in the first place.
Rigo quit.
That's what I'm saying. No. If Rigo's going to fight again, what better option would he have?
Rigo quit ain't fighting again, man. Stop it, bro.
Are you listening, well placed? The premise was
he's never fighting again.
Fights again.
He's never fighting again.
And I'm going to reiterate. That's why we have these hangouts.
I hear you. Rigo quit is never fighting again, bro. He's not existing.
That's a good one.
Well, we'll see. Well, what happened?
Grape drink saying grape drink in the
Great said he got a drinking and smoking problem. Y'all know.
Wait, hold on. Now you want to read something in the chat? Go ahead, man.
Grape drink said they wouldn't want to put Rigo in the tourney. Sure they would. He's a big name, man.
I gotta have y'all heard about the drinking and smoking?
I say yeah. Like I said, what better option if he's going to fight anymore? What better option would he have, like you said, to try and regain some legacy?
Yeah. I mean, regain some legacy, gain a lot of fucking money, and shit, it's all there.
Bro, names, bro.
The reason why people are signing up to the World Boxing Super Series isn't even just for legacy. It's because it's all in one, man. It's like you're getting everything. It's like
man.
It's like you know how they have those like boxes and shit online where it's like you order it and it's I can't think of the name of it, but it's like that gourmet food or whatever, and it teaches you how to cook it or whatever. It has the recipe and all that, but they send you all the ingredients and all the ingredients are there. That's what the World Boxing Super Series is, man. All the ingredients are there. It's like ready made. It's like handed over to you. All in one package. It's handed over to the fighters all in one package. The money, the notoriety, the critical.
Not yet. I want us to put some more bodies in there and let's have a look. So
I disagree.
For the cruiserweights, it definitely is. For the super middleweights, not so much. But the way it's looking for the bantamweights, it's looking like the mirror. It looks like the bantamweights are starting to mirror the cruiserweights and how they're aligned.
You know what it is, yeah? They're picking divisions where you could buy guys easy, like cheap. Like the bantamweight, they're not expensive, and that's good. And you can get all the names in the cruiserweights, the same thing. But like, and then you look in them tournaments, and especially with the Super Six, you always kind of want to track people's career after. What are the other guys doing after they enter that tournament? Because I ain't George Ridge, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know what the fuck some of them guys are doing. But the main guys like George Groves, and Callum Smith, you could track them and see what's going on. So I was looking to see what happens
even
after
if you lose and you put on a good performance, people still want to track you. It's really all about how you perform.
Like the Super Six, right? After the guy, you could follow all their careers: Kessler, Froch, Ward. You could fool. They you know what I'm saying? Like double dudes, like these dudes after losing in the World Series of boxing, bruv. Jamie Cox, I saw. Look what happened. That guy should have been in the tournament. Why was he even in that tournament? Like that guy was whack. That's what I'm talking about. So I question the guy. So I'm looking at the bantamweight, and already they got some good names.
But there's a lot of those cruiserweights that, like I said,
yeah, but
I got interested because of that.
Man, let me finish what I'm saying. They're not expensive, so when you get tournament, and especially as well, you can unify and have one champion. I think what they're doing is good. But like I said, like Dan said, I agree. You at least have to put some fucking Americans in this joint, bro. It's a World Series of boxing and legit Americans as well. Like you're just gonna throw where she wearing. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Each one fucking put him in there and put something. That's what I'm saying. Make it a world tournament. And if you ain't got world tournament, you ain't got proper named Americans. Like in the 168 one, bro. Like you said, Benavides and fucking Ramirez. Come on, man.
You know what the problem with that is though, EJ, and I don't know if this is. I'm just speculating here. It's the fact. It's not that I agree with you about the American fighters, but the problem is the American market. The American market is such shit for boxing. I think maybe they kind of just in their minds conceded that they're not really worth it to pursue the American market because there's no real gain there.
No, that's the. No,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's
I'm just saying they don't.
No.
It's to do with the promoters, right? It's to do with the promoters at the time, and they're not reaching out to Al Heyman because if they reach out to Al Heyman, you put another guy and you make it. If you're going to say it's the World Series, now you're recognized as the guy. It's very interesting that George Groves might win the tournament, win the money, and let's see, does he challenge Benavides? Let's see, does he challenge Ramirez? Is he going to retire? I mean, what's the point of winning it and just giving it all up after? At least go on to fucking dominate the division. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
By the same token, yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah,
that's what, all the Americans in the tournament. Putting Americans in the tournament, it has the legitness. Now, Rigo and all them guys there, we'd like them to be in there, but I think realistically, some of the names we speculate are most likely like the Madonna, and in a way, we'll see what happens in it. But so far, so good, Dan. So far, so good. You know what I mean?
I mean, I honestly, I think Warren's likely to be in there. I think he's a guy that's after the money. That's why he had moved down to super flyweight, and I'd imagine that if the opportunity's there at bantamweight, he'll jump right back into the mix. Because he has been fighting at 118 recently also. Juan Carlos Payano just moved back down to 118, former WBA champ, so I'm sure he would jump in there.
Those were good fights, him and Warren.
Yeah. Close fights. I mean, it really both could have gone either way. And then Kareem Guerfi would probably be another good guy. French fighter. He beat Alejandro Hernandez right after Hernandez lost to Frampton. That was the guy that dropped Frampton twice. And Guerfi defeated him.
Well, don't bring it.
I do wish they would have tried to push the WBSS over here because I've said all along it is the kind of format that the average American sports fan can kind of just sink their teeth into really easily.
They pick
where they know exactly who's going to be fighting who and when. You know what I mean? There's no having to wonder about how long it's going to take them to make the fight or if it's going to be made, etc.
They pick the right division.
American sports fans like that kind of organization. They like that kind of stuff.
Well, Reagandow not going in it. I heard he got a drinking and smoking problem, so he ain't never fight again, man.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, he does resurface, reemerge.
But why don't you? Well, I was going to ask both ways. Why don't you think they should push the WBSS over here in America?
It's too many politics that they would go through and then hit a wall and never do it. They picking the right.
No, I mean just. Oh, I'm sorry. I just mean putting it on TV. I just mean putting it on TV. I'm not talking about.
Oh yeah, they picking. They could do that, but they picking the right division. Like they don't have no U.S. stronghold at cruiserweight, 118, what was the other one they just did? 168. They were smart about what they picked. Like they even asked Kathy Duva, like, so put it at 75. She was like, that shit ain't gonna work. And she, she was like, she full of shit. But I agree with her this time. Like HBO not finna, just be like, yeah, we gonna concede to this and this because.
But the structure of it is the kind of, like I said, more akin to what American sports fans are used to. You know what I mean? From every other sport we watch.
Let's move on
actually knowing who's gonna fight who next, or who's gonna play who next.
Yes, exactly.
Who next?
Who next?
You did that shit. Did nobody catch it?
Well, let's talk about
who next.
Who next? Let's talk about the heavyweights real quickly, guys, before I wrap up here. Now, not too much to go into. Dillian Whyte decided he might take on Deontay Wilder's proposal. Hey, Deontay, he told Deontay, he sent out an Instagram message to him and said, hey, look, man, if you want me to fight Luis Ortiz to get a crack at you, I'll do it. I'll knock him out, get me a contract, I'll sign it. You think Dillian Whyte serious about it? Because I think he is.
I kind of maybe, but I also think that's at least partly Eddie Hearn, you know what I mean, making jokes a bit, because remember Wilder basically was putting out the same idea.
Yeah.
You trying to say Dillian got a battery in his back? Dillian moved to his own drum, bro. Dillian, he ain't scared of that old man, bro.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he is at all.
Knock that old man ass the fuck out. That old man got heart problems. He be drinking like Rigondeaux and shit. They be sharing the blunt. Dillian ain't worried about that shit, man.
You gotta get a boxing lesson from that old man.
He ain't coming to get no boxing lesson. He coming to put that work in on that old man. He coming to make that old man punch.
And you think he'll beat Ortiz? You think he'll beat Ortiz?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, it'd be a good fight. But Dillian better not come trying to 15 punches around.
Oh, can. White can win. I'm not gonna write him off.
Punches around. Old man won't be
I'm just saying if I have to pick somebody, I'm gonna go with Ortiz. He's to be much more skilled.
Hey, listen, Dillian Whyte ain't got no position to be ordering anyone. He's basically saying what Deontay says. The thing, he got no stance to be no position in. You know what I mean? The fights that we offered. If the man said, you definitely gonna fight Wilder next. You look, if you want to fight Ortiz, he said I'll get a guarantee. If you beat Ortiz, you get a guarantee anyway, and then you go purse bids. Why would you even mess with that? Go fight. If you say you want to fight him, go fight him. You got.
Yeah, that's
even way you go. Even 1 minute. Even which way you go. If you go against him or you go against what's the other guy? The guy from Bulgaria. What's his name again?
Pulev.
If Pulev is hard, right? Them guys are not gonna let you do what Lucas do. None of them guys are gonna. He's a rock and a hard place. If he goes against Pulev ain't gonna let you do that. He's got a lot of experience, and he's only ever lost to Klitschko. And then you go the other way now against Ortiz. He's only lost to Wilder, and boy, in a round where people could say that he could have stopped Wilder if the round never ended. So which way you're gonna go? Either way you're gonna go. You're talking about a fight with one guy and then saying, I guarantee you need to get past them guys first. And let's see if you get them past guys. Because I can tell you what, I wouldn't look past them guys. I wouldn't look past them at all. So he's in no position to be making demands. But if he wants to, Wilder doesn't have to do anything. Wilder just sits there and carrying what Wilder's doing, and you get older. So you're going to have to make a decision. Don't worry about what Wilder's doing, because boxing not wait for no one.
To me, if I to be honest, I don't. Maybe it's just like I said. It's more a hunch than anything, or an impression. Maybe it's a false impression. But for whatever reason, to me, if anyone's an old over the hill fighter between the two, it's Pulev, not Ortiz.
Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing, though. Here's what I'm confused about this, because Dillian Whyte is scheduled to fight in January. That's in 2 months, and we're in negotiation with Pulev right now, and they're pretty much closing the deal before the first bid is up. So why is he calling out Wilder and say he'll fight Ortiz, but he's got the Pulev fight coming up?
Where did you hear that?
No. It has been confirmed, but they were Eddie Hearn. No. Hold up. Eddie Hearn even said himself on an interview with Fight Hype that they're already in negotiations to close that deal. That was a week ago. We are in process of making that deal.
But he's in this is what I'm trying to say to you, because they're negotiating and they haven't come to the same thing with Pulev and AJ. They were negotiations. Negotiations mean we're talking. Doesn't mean nothing set. And you're talking to both sides. So he's obviously not hearing it, because the thing is, the truth of the matter is that Eddie Hearn doesn't do purse bids. That's the truth of the matter. So the truth of the matter is what I'm saying. The truth of the matter is that means he's going Bulgaria. That's what he don't want to do. So he's saying, fuck that. I ain't going Bulgaria, because you ain't going to win on the cards. So now he's saying, okay, let me fuck it. I'm going to look at the Wilder option. Go to America, mess with some of the American girls, big up my profile, win or lose, much better. So you tell me, Dan. You understand what I'm saying? That's why he's opened up, because Eddie Hearn is not going to put money. Eddie looked at him and said straight in the eye. So Eddie Hearn looked him straight in his eye and said, bro, I'm not going to put money down for you and have the purse bids and have it in it's not going to happen. Right?
So he's going to send Dillian over to you. So and
that's what Dillian got. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. When you negotiate with someone, that's why he's come out and said, "Now fuck that, I'm not going to Bulgaria." So he's trying to begging Wilder for Wilder. If I beat Thingy, well, brother, he's gonna have to go to America. You know what I mean? Why would you want to go Bulgaria, where basically you could lose and your whole thing is gone and you're back 2 years back?
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Okay, yeah. See what I'm saying? So negotiations is negotiations. It's like we're just talking about having a potential fight, but they're probably saying, you want to fight us? If you're foolish people, we're saying you're coming to Bulgaria. So that's that. It's simple.
Wait, hold up, AJ. So the Bulgarians have enough money to outbid her?
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn don't win. Because again, Eddie Hearn's stingy. He don't like winning person.
Well, he's dealing with the Sauerland, so they do got money.
Yeah, you understand? You understand what I'm saying? So and that's why Pulev didn't want to fight AJ, because he knew he had to come to London. He didn't like the chances. That's why now he's in a better comfortable position. Yeah, I'll fight Dillian. Bring him to Bulgaria. Fuck his shit right up. Look what they did to Derek Chisora. On the way. Yeah. One guy threw something in his face. That's the sort of shit you do with the racism he's gonna experience in Bulgaria. He knows that. Even with him and his guys, bro, come on in the hotel. Bro. He's seen what happened.
The fans are brutal. Even if you're not, you know what I mean. Even if the race thing don't come in, the fans are still brutal. If you're coming from outside.
So Dan, the answer to your question is why he's done that. That's why he's come out and said that. Because you don't want to go Bulgaria.
You think he's going to go the Ortiz route? No, hold up, Josh. He's going to go the Ortiz route.
It's better for him. It's better. Even if he was to lose against him, it's a good opponent. It's no shame in that. But going Bulgaria, I'm thinking going Bulgaria and fighting in America, and let's be real, fighting in America is not that bad. Fighting in America is not that bad. You build your profile. If you lose, he's like, oh man, I try my best. You know, he's a good opponent. He give him all the credit, and maybe I get a rematch. And you know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. But Bulgaria. Bro, nah.
If he lost to Pulev, that would be looking way worse than losing to Ortiz. Yeah, man. So I got a question, EJ. I got a question because my impression of Eddie when it comes to purse bids is he it's not that he can't win them, but he's very selective about when he's gonna make a concerted effort.
Well, let's
like the Charles Martin one, for instance. You know what I mean? He was on that.
Yeah. Wait, he
was spots.
Well, Charles Martin wasn't expensive, first and foremost. That's why they got. It wasn't expensive to take Charles Martin,
wasn't it?
It was worth it. It was worth it because all right, it was worth it. So that was a good gamble, right? So when you do purse bid, not only do you win the purse bid, you have to pay the other guy. You have to build up the whole event, the tickets, and all the other guy just comes and lands. He just comes, goes to the hotel, gets ready for fight, training camp, and he fights. But when you win the purse bid, you have to arrange the whole shit. The arena, the ticket selling, the TV. Oh, come on. Yeah. It's a lot of things. Now, with the Sauerlands, they're already set up in Europe. It's already there. They're set up. They're ready to go. They've got money. That's why, then that's the answer to your question.
So it's not just the money with Eddie. It's also how much does he want to bother with
you got to pay for all the... Yeah, like with Kell Brook when he fought Errol Spence, right? Errol Spence wasn't expensive. It wasn't expensive to bring Errol Spence over. You got to look at these things, right? Where's Errol Spence's base? He ain't got one. So when it came to the purse bid, they're going to outbid him. They're going to outbid him because where's Al Heyman going to face what they're going to bring in Texas? So that's why Errol Spence is going back to having these fights in Texas so he can build a base. So if they win purse bids, they can try and bring people back to Texas. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you look at
Yeah, I like
so
that
that's what it's a business. So you kind of gamble on them sort of things. But Dillian already knows that. He already knows that I'm not going to Bulgaria. Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying. Eddie's not gonna take. He's gonna save his money for something more important to him than. You
know what? Listen to this. Listen. Actually, be fair. Against Ortiz, maybe Eddie Hearn wins that purse bid because Ortiz hasn't really got a base. So maybe Ortiz come to London. Fuck it. Maybe the fight's not in America. Maybe Ortiz actually come to London in the O2, and that probably suits Dillian better. So maybe that would probably be the scenario.
You think Ortiz is the guy Ortiz beat Wilder and all that.
Yeah, because where's Ortiz's base? Because again, where's Ortiz's base?
He doesn't have one.
Base? Yeah. So Eddie Hearn will probably they'll probably win that. So when they came to if they're doing the negotiations, if it comes to purse bid, they look like, well, Ortiz hasn't got anything. He's not gonna be that expensive. Eddie Hearn will probably win that one, that purse bid right there, and have it in England. Why not?
I got another question for you, EJ. That's could you clear up this is like an impression, as an American from afar. It seems to me that when I see the Cuban fighters fight over there, the crowds treat them much better than what they get treated by the American crowds.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Listen. Absolutely, they appreciate
even Rigo for that Jazza Dickens.
No. Ortiz coming over here to fight thing, bro. They're gonna like Ortiz, man. People gonna like Ortiz. I mean, look, he didn't get a chance. I didn't really see him much in London, but people walk up. Remember, Dillian's in South London, but people walk up to Ortiz and say, you know what? He's all right, and the guys come to fight. People appreciate good fighters. No one's gonna be horrible to Ortiz. And even if Dillian try to talk to him, the man doesn't understand English. You know what I mean? Spanish. So Dillian's gonna be happy to win him. And you know what? If the fight's in England, Dillian's got probably a better chance of him winning that fight in England than if it goes to the scorecards, which he probably will.
Oh yeah.
Right? But here's the thing:
Ortiz jet lag. Go ahead.
Let me say, if Heyman somehow outbids Matchroom or that
right. Don't mind. Dillian's cool. Dillian's cool. Dillian's gonna be alright.
I think Eddie picks and chooses when he wants to try and win the.
Yeah. He's cool though, but even if that happens, then Daniel, Dillian's gonna say, yeah, okay, I'll go America. Dillian don't mind. He'd rather go there than Bulgaria. Now ain't no one trying to go Bulgaria. Ain't no one trying to go to Russia. Ain't no one trying to go to them places, them dead water places where there's people
with them hardcore soccer hooligan fans, huh?
Bro, yeah. Everyone there's a crook, bro. They're just gonna out crook you. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do on the scorecards. You can't turn to no one. You know what it is.
And the fans will be brutal. And the fans are gonna be brutal.
Is it worth it? Like, it's not even worth going down there and them sort of abuses you need to extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I rate Klitschko. You're making good points. I hadn't thought of the fans like that before.
I rate Klitschko going there because Klitschko went to Bulgaria and busted him up. I rate Klitschko going to Russia and busted up. So people rate him so highly. I'm glad of it. I rate him going to them countries and beating them guys in their own turf because that's what he went and done. But listen to me, the Dillian going there, mate, it's not even good. It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. To replicate what he did.
Because Dillian isn't going to get the A-side advantages that Vlad did. Like, remember Vlad got the mattress pad for the ring? You know what I mean? If you remember that. If you watch that Prula fight, their feet, you can see their feet sinking into the mat.
Yeah, the canvas. Yeah. Mr. Bashir fiddling with the canvas and all that stuff. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because Vlad liked that super thick. He likes that thick. You don't like that fast track. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I give Dillian, like, Dillian will fight anyone, right? He'll fight anyone, but like for the right money and circumstances, he'll fight anyone. But in this situation, like, he's got to look and say, bro, I'd rather fight Ortiz as a legacy fight and go with it's America. You know what I mean? In Miami, maybe they get the fight in Miami.
Like you said, that's a top 3 heavyweight, Ortiz. In most people's eyes, losing to him, you said, in my opinion, much more no shame, rather, I should say, losing to Ortiz. In my opinion, versus Pulev. Pulev's kind of whack.
Maybe the fights in Miami. Maybe the fights in Miami
got obliterated by Vlad, where at least Ortiz gave Wilder a hell of a fight.
Yes, exactly. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe the fights what's his name again? Al Heyman wins the purse bids, and he puts it in Miami. Fuck, that'd be fucking great. If he puts it in Miami, it's a good look. I know. Daniel will be down there. Daniel will go down there with it. Daniel will go down there. You know what I'm saying? Everyone will be down there. So it like
I wouldn't put any money on that fight being in Miami if Al Heyman wins it. It doesn't seem like Heyman fighters get promoted in their homes.
And I got to be honest, I don't. Again, this is just an impression, but the few times I've seen them, because on the surface it makes sense, to try and put the Cuban fighters on in Florida.
Just like it makes sense for Wilder to be promoted in Alabama, but he's not, and Charles to be promoted in Houston, but they're not.
But I was going to say, the thing is, my observation is, they don't get much better crowds in Florida than they do anywhere else for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but you know what I mean? Whereas, as opposed to other fighters, when they go to areas that have, like say Chicago, where they got a lot of Polish people, Von Farah gets a crowd. He gets a much better crowd than, say, Lara will get in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like
it's a heavyweight
promoters
fight
and stuff do the shit that makes sense for whatever reason.
It's a heavyweight fight. Maybe it goes on the undercard of another fight, and then you put it in New York. Now it's probably right. Maybe it goes to New York or whatever. But End of the day, wherever the fight happens, if I'm Dillian Whyte, I'm going for the legacy fight. I'm like, boy, I'm gonna go test myself, and like, you know, I'm not gonna be fighting this Bulgarian guy in his country. And nah, bro, no, leave that guy. That guy doesn't want to fight anyway. I'll go fight Ortiz. Anyway, who would you rather fight? Ortiz just got knocked out. Like, his confidence is not the best. I'll go against that guy. Come on now, like, and you know, a bit of timing. Let's see what Dillian does. So,
I mean, honestly, Whyte Ortiz could happen in the UK.
Yeah, that's what we said. That's what we're speculating. So, Dan, answers your question from my perspective over here in the UK. That's probably why he called out Dillian Whyte to answer your question. So, I mean, best I can.
All right, fair enough. Well, I'm going to shut this down, guys. So, thank you guys for coming on. We'll see how things unravels in the next few days. Because let's not forget, Linares and Lomachenko's fight happens this Saturday. You can't miss that one. So, thank you guys.
We're not doing predictions on that. We're not going to do predictions on that right now.
Yeah, let's get our rules spoken real quick. We'll see what we think.
Let's make a quick prediction, but I gotta shut it down though. Let's make it real.
Yeah. Let's not get Dan in trouble with the old lady. Seriously.
Yeah. I don't want to get. Yeah, she gonna get mad at me, y'all. But at the same time,
Mom's not happy. Nobody's happy, EJ. That's how that works.
No, but I gotta get up in the morning anyway.
I know.
Yeah. You know what? Forget. We do a separate hangout. hangout.
Yeah, let's just leave it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do a separate hangout.
Well, one thing though, Daigo Higa, that's one name I forgot to mention for the WBSS bantamweights. He could jump in there too.
The one who got knocked out. Did he get knocked out recently?
Yeah, by Rosales, but he's still a dangerous fighter, man. Still a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All his wins are still by knockout, though.
Exactly. All of his wins are by knockout, man. So
yeah, all right, guys. I'm gonna close this up. I want to thank the panel for coming on. EJ, Boxing Live, Mr. Doc, Nyota, Low Place, aka T. Thank you for coming on. Olaf the Mighty, thank you for coming on, man. Good having a good banner with you. St. Cruising, great drink. Fan International Boxing came in here for a minute. What's going on, Fanning? Hop, aka Peanuts and Crackers. Who else was in here? A lot of you guys. Lance. Some new guys coming here. Lance. And Champ Ross was here for a second. We Degree, Ralph Unreal, Lord Fannery, and the other cat that tried to cuss me out the other day. I ain't give you no props. I ain't gonna mention you. But today, anyways, thank you guys for coming on. Yeah, you know, Mr. Doc. But thank you guys for coming on, man. You guys can chat offline if you want to. But other than that, we are out until next time. Peace.
Right.